Welcome to the Planted Courtyard. In this episode, we look at early June growth. The plants are established, the roots are out, temperatures are increasing, and they are rewarding us with nice even growth. This is the Impatiens tinctoria. It's about 2 feet high now, and I'm optimistic that this plant will flower. It seems to take the morning sun okay, and it gets shade later in the afternoon. Now, I've got 4 very large white dahlias here, and it's interesting, you put them out and they don't seem to do much, and then almost overnight the growth rate is significant. And here we've got 18 inches with lots and lots of leaves, and it won't be long before we'll start to see flower buds form inside the crown of those plants. So the garden is growing at a great rate, and I can't wait to show you it. We've got more flowers coming every day, but this path up here, I was able to set some seed and they're starting to grow. This is Escultia californica. It's a white Escultia, there's lots of them. And here you can see I planted out the liliums that I featured in a previous video. This is Lilium formosanum. Now our garden is full of Verbena bonariensis. I dig them up and I plant them in 4s, and then I've got these all over the place. And then we move on to the remarkable Salvia argentea. I got this a few days ago. It loves it dry. The fact that it's silver indicates that it wants a drier condition. But it's a very full plant, beautiful texture, a lot of character. And I'm really happy to have found that. And I'll find a spot for that at some point. Mandevilla are growing well, lots of new shoots. There's a few leaves that have gone, but that's to be expected from them being planted and manhandled. Now this white plant in the back, this is Brunfelsia, beautiful fragrance. It hasn't grown very fast for me, but now it's established, I have high expectations. This is the tree dahlia, or Dahlia imperialis. It's grown 5 feet in 2 months, so that really is on course to flower for me. Now I'm sorry for the swooping camera view, but I've got to get down here to the bluestone patio. Now here you can see these plants, this is the thyme, and when you walk on it, you get that great fragrance. But what you really have to pay attention to is weeds. This is the plant we want, and this is the plant we do not want. So you have to take time on hands and knees and systematically go through. But it will make a huge difference. Once the thyme is the dominant plant, it will take over and it will suppress the other plants in that area. So I'm really looking forward to this. And it's not such a big area. It's very, very manageable. Now, what I want to do is just take a step back and give you a different look at the courtyard. We're going to go through the little side gate, and that will let us see from the sidewalk looking into the courtyard. That's the Nicotiana elata grandiflora, looking better every day with more flowers. And you can start to see this layered effect. You've got a tall plant, then it drops down, then it lifts back up again. And, you know, the appeal is coming. The layers are working, and I'm really looking forward to this garden a month from now. You can see the asparagus at the back there, and we've got the hop growing on the greenhouse. I've got a special plant growing through that hop, which I'll feature in a later episode. Now down here we've got Montanoa. I love this foliage. It's very tropical, very luxuriant, and I've planted 3 of them. One I bought, I took 2 cuttings to get me the 3. They've been planted like that so that as the 3 of them grow, they will grow together as one plant and it will look really substantial. Grew this plant from seed a few years ago, the wonderful everlasting sweet pea, Lathyrus latifolius albus, and it's going to be such a beautiful plant to look at. That's another dahlia. We'll feature that in another episode. Now, this plant has been suitably tiptoed around. This is Albizia julibrissin Merlot Magic. The leaves open as green. It's deeply cut, very feathery, but they turn burgundy. And I can't wait to show you that plant in the summer when it's all filled out in its glory. And then at the base of that, we've got the wonderful plant that is Colocasia. Now this has got the same burgundy colour, but they're a heart-shaped leaf rather than the deeply cut of the Albizia. That combination last year worked really well, and those plants were overwintered quite nicely. Now, as we look from this corner over the white picket fence, you start to see how the benches are, they're not hidden, but you can see how the layers of plants are building to make them a little bit more private. It's really interesting how the layers work. Now, this is Vigna caracalla. Recently had a name change, but just look at these flowers. This was taken last year. It's a snail vine, corkscrew vine, whatever you want. I dug this up last fall, put it in a pot, neglected it, put it in the greenhouse, frost-free, and here it is, putting out lots of growth. Don't forget the peonies. Sarah Bernhardt peony is one of my favorites. Big flowers, make sure you stake it. And what you can see here is that to the left of it, we have a fig looking very luxurious. That fig will get cut back and pruned. And then to the left of that, we've got another plant, Iochroma. So the spacing is working, that these plants start to overlap each other. So that's the courtyard. We've got nice growth, we've got healthy plants, the temperature's increasing, it's coming together beautifully. Thank you for watching the Planted Courtyard. Please like and subscribe.